Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. This is Steelers news and updates. As you guys probably seen the news that say Adam Schefter earlier today did mention and say that Aaron Rodgers could possibly sit out 2025 and wait till another opportunity opens like later in the season, so we could see him maybe join the team like late summer or something like that. So the Steelers still have a decision to make. They want to still wait out and pursue Rodgers, or they just want to roll with what they have and like maybe pursue something in the draft. I know you mentioned that the Steelers reportedly had like a deadline on Rodgers. Remember I mentioned that last video that the Steelers had about around April 21st, so when they like, okay, we're going to see what happens a little bit before the draft. If Rodgers make a decision before then we kind of just roll what we have and stuff. So Rodgers could possibly sit out, pull a Brett Favre, retire, and then try to come back to something like that. Maybe play for the Vikings. I know the Vikings still was in the mix. At first it was out. Now they're saying the Vikings might be back in the mix with Rodgers. And Rodgers, if he wanted to come to the Steelers, like I mentioned before, he probably would have came here already and been here already, most likely and stuff, because there's really not too many options out there. You know, the Browns maybe went to the Browns, I guess, or Pittsburgh like that. So the Steelers not like a horrible team or anything. It's a good team. Like we have a good roster. So I feel like Aaron Rodgers must not want to go there because maybe he might not have as much power as he think he'd have somewhere else or something. Maybe in that sense, I don't know exactly. I'm not in Aaron Rodgers' mind, but you know, Aaron Rodgers do like a little control, of course, a little control, a little power and stuff. And he does make decisions. Like he might have said that he had no power at all, but we know he made a lot of decisions, especially with the New York Jets. He made a lot of decisions there. With the Packers, he had a little power, of course, making decisions, but he didn't have all the power where they lost the structure of control. And in Pittsburgh, you're not gonna have the power. So the Steelers are gonna let the players just take it over and control everything like that in a sense, and not have no structure and just doing certain things. So maybe that's a factor like that. I don't know if that draws into what he believes or something, but the Steelers could be out on Rodgers. And I wouldn't mind Mason Rudolph being the bridge quarterback, solid piece, and maybe you draft a quarterback and see how things shape out. You probably still definitely win some games. I'm not saying we'll be a contending team in the Super Bowl, but we'll definitely be a team, of course, winning games and make the playoffs. I hope we can get past the first round of the playoffs, but we'll be a team definitely contending and doing things. So we'll have to wait and see exactly what happens. But that's kind of the main news I had right there. I did have some other stuff too. Like, I remember Cam Hayward was in the headlines yesterday because I think Cam Hayward, remember at first he mentioned and said he either here want to be a Steeler or you don't want to be a Steeler. He mentioned that about Rodgers, and I think Skip Bayless was saying something about like it might be Aaron Rodgers might be the Steelers' only hope. So and Cam Hayward had to retract and eat his words or something like that. So I'm like, nah, not really. Cam Hayward really not the only hope for the Steelers. The Steelers just kind of went all in to maybe try to upgrade to bring Rodgers in because they did want Rodgers a few years back at the right price, at their price and stuff, of course. But I thought the Steelers made a mistake in pursuing Rodgers. They kind of like messed themselves up the Justin Fields situation because they probably should have brought him back, be a bridge guy. You've seen what he did last year and made plays and stuff and kept you like a winning record, of course, when he started games 4-2 and had his #1 division too as well and played pretty well. So you probably should have kept him around. But the Steelers, they offered him a deal. They said a pretty good deal, but it wasn't as big as the Jets deal, of course. And then he went to the Jets. And now they rolling with they got Mason Rudolph on the roster, who's solid, who has a winning record as a Steelers player. I believe he's 13-8, right? As a Steelers quarterback starter, I think so, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's 13-8. Because I know he won his rookie year. He won like 5 games, I think, and then he won those last 3 games. He won another. Well, I think he might have he's like 11-8. He's something like that. I know he got a winning record though as a starter. So you guys let me know I'm low, but yeah. So the Steelers kind of got to roll with Mason Rudolph and see what happens. And Rodgers could be still possibly coming here. Because you never know, the reports could be false. It could be false, like Adam Schefter saying it's just basically what he reported like that. You know, Adam Schefter does have credibility in most cases like that, but everybody can be wrong, of course, like that. So it could be false or something. But yeah, I think overall it would be a solid get if we was able to bring in Rodgers. I wouldn't be mad if we didn't bring him in. I feel like it'd be good either way. But if we brought him in, of course, having a veteran like that, a future Hall of Famer, having that presence around, whatever left of him, he's 42 years old, but whatever left of him, he's still pretty solid and capable enough like that. Will give you a little slight edge. I think he played a little bit better than what Russ did last year. But overall, you know, it's still not going to let it, like, even if you bring Rodgers in, you're not going to be a Super Bowl contending team. I don't think that Rodgers at this age of his career, in this state of his career and the way he's playing, he's going to be any threat to help you contend deep in it, especially in the AFC, where you got to play the Bills, you got to play the Chiefs, you got to play all these big time teams, and trying to beat those teams, I don't think that's going to happen. But you definitely be more competitive with him on the roster. So we'll see what happens. But if we didn't give him, I'll roll with Mason Rudolph and then whatever young guy we draft and see how things go. But let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.